For the cheapest coins with fast delivery and quick customer support, check out my sponsor, Red Zone Coins, and use code SWIFT at checkout for 20% off.
So family, and today I'm coming back at you guys with another Madden 20 video on the channel. And in today's video, I've got a full guide to the Rookie Premier promo for you guys. I'm going to start the video off by going over what the Rookie Premier cards are and explaining their value in Madden 21. And then I'm going to talk about the cheapest way to obtain the cards and also rank the best possible cards which you guys should be adding to your team for this year and for the benefits that come from them in Madden 21. Now, before we hop into the video, I just want to let you guys know I will be live at 8 o'clock Eastern time on twitch.tv/SwiftYouTube. We're going to be doing team reviews for anyone that subscribes to the Twitch channel, and I'm also going to be playing some Weekend League as well as giving away some cards at the end of the stream. So if you guys are interested in any of those three things, I definitely recommend you stop by the Twitch at 8 o'clock Eastern time. It's a really good time, and I'd really appreciate all the support over there. Now, without further ado, let's hop into today's video. If you've not yet left a like down below, that would be greatly appreciated. As well, let me know in the comment section which Rookie Premier cards you're planning on adding to your squad. So as you guys can see, there are 10 different Rookie Premier sets to complete, each of which have about 30 days left on them in order to get them done. I've already done the Patrick Queen, but each set is going to require the exact same thing. That's going to be 10 Rookie Premier tokens in order to get the set done. Now, when you get the set done, you're going to get two major items. The first is going to be a 99 overall Nat version of the card, which you get in Madden 20. So the second you get the set done, you get the 99 overall version of the card, and you can play with them on your team for basically the rest of the year. Now, the second thing you're going to get is a Rookie Premier card in Madden 21. So assuming you buy the game next year, it's going to remember that you got the set done in Madden 20 because you, of course, have the same PSN account, and you're going to be able to get the Rookie Premier version of the card in Madden 21. So let's say I got the Chase Young done, I would automatically get the Rookie Premier version of this card, and essentially what that means is, let's say Chase Young starts with a 79 overall card in Madden 21. That means Chase Young's 77 overall is going to be automatically in my item binder. I won't have to do anything. I won't have to pay any coins for him, and he's automatically going to be in my item binder. Now, let's say Chase Young gets upgraded. He has a good week, and he gets a Team of the Week 87 overall card. Essentially, what's going to happen is my Rookie Premier card, which I have in my item binder, which is currently a 77, is automatically going to get changed to the 87 overall version because that's the highest card he's got out now. And essentially, as the player gets upgrades throughout the year next year, your Rookie Premier card is going to go with it, and it's going to mimic the exact same overall boosts that the Chase Young card gets as he goes through the season next year. So that's why these cards have some good value, because essentially for completing this set this year, I'll guarantee that I have the highest version of Chase Young possible throughout the entire year next year without spending a single coin. Of course, you can do this for any of these sets. You can do this for all of them if you'd like, and essentially as these players get upgrades, you'll be able to get the highest version of the card without spending a single coin. Now, there's a lot of strategy that goes into selecting these. I'll talk about that at the end of the video when we go over ranking these cards, but to start it off, let's talk about the cheapest way you guys can actually complete these sets, because each of these sets is going to require 10 Rookie Premier tokens, and the way you earn these Rookie Premier tokens is by coming into the Rookie Premier exchange and completing some of these sets. So I'm going to go over each of these and talk about the value of these and whether they're worth it. Let's start it off by talking about the 93 overall Rookie Premier exchange. So to start with, let's talk about this 93 overall Rookie Premier exchange, and the way I'm going to give you guys the values of each of these sets is I'm going to give you a coin per token basis for each of these sets, because some of these sets give a different amount of Rookie Premier tokens, and they all have a different amount of players and different overall of players that you guys need to put into them. So I'm going to make it as simple as possible and give you guys a coin per token basis for each set, and then you can just choose the cheapest coin per token one and get that one done as many times as possible in order to get as many tokens as possible and get your Rookie Premiers for the cheapest price. So to start it off, this one is going to require two 93 overall Rookie Premier players. These are each selling for a price of 25,000 coins, meaning your coins per token on this set is going to be around 50,000 coins. Now, moving on to the next one here, this one's going to require three 90 to 92 overall draft class of 2020 players, and this is going to give you one Rookie Premier token. Now, these 90 to 92s are currently selling for a price of around 25k, meaning your coins per token is going to be about 75,000, so very, very expensive. I probably wouldn't recommend doing this set because 75,000 coins per token is pretty pricey. Now, next up, we have this 93 to 95 NFL draft class of 2020 player exchange. Currently, these 93 to 95s are selling for around 35,000 coins, and this set's actually going to give you two Rookie Premier tokens, meaning the amount of coins you have to spend per singular token is going to be around 52,500 coins, so a little bit more expensive than this one, but definitely not the best one in the video. Now, next up, we have the 96 to 99 overall draft class of 2020 exchange. This is the best one of the draft sets, and as you guys can see, it's going to require three 96 96 to 99s, which are currently selling at a price of 50,000 coins, and it's actually going to give you 6 Rookie Premier tokens. So you're getting quite a few tokens out of this, and when we do the math, it's going to cost you around 25,000 coins per token. So a very, very good deal to get this set done. I would definitely recommend you guys get this one done, because it's going to give you some pretty solid value when it comes to earning tokens. Now, next up, we have this set, which you can only do 4 times. It's going to require 15 85 to 89 overall elite players, and it's going to give you 1 Rookie Premier token. Now, if you guys have initial 85 to 89s in your binder, and you kind of just want to clear them out, this is actually a pretty solid set to put them in. But if you're not in that situation and you actually need to buy some of the 85s, you're going to get a pretty solid deal on these as well. Now, 85s, 86s, and 87s are currently selling for around 2,000 coins, meaning when you get this set done, it's going to cost you around 30,000 coins per Rookie Premier token, and that's going to be the second best in the video that we've gone over so far. Now, next up, we have the 90 plus overall elite player exchange. Now, currently 90 overall cards are selling for around 8,000 coins. You can get them for a little bit cheaper than that sometimes, but 8k is a pretty solid estimation for these cards, which means it's going to cost you around 40,000 coins per Rookie Premier token. That's a solid deal, not as good as these two that we've gone over before. Now, the final option for you guys to earn Rookie Premier tokens is this core player exchange. This one is going to require 10 80 to 84s, 15 75 to 79s, and 20 65 to 69s. And if you have additional cards in your item binder, I'd recommend you just throw them in here and get this set done. If you're planning on buying each of these cards, it's going to cost you around 45,000 coins to get this set done. So solid if you plan on buying them, but it does take quite a little bit of time. So probably not the best option. Right now, I think the best option for sure is this 96 to 99 draft class exchange. This one's only going to be 25,000 coins per token. Next up, the second best one in the video was this one right here. This one was around 30,000 coins per token. And then finally, this one was around 40,000 coins per token. So these are definitely the top 3 best sets to do if you are looking to gain Rookie Premier tokens. So next up, let's go over my rankings of these Rookie Premier cards. I actually have 6 players I'd recommend you guys get that are going to be solid options, and then I've got 4 players that are just not worth it. So starting it off, we have Clyde Edwards-Helaire. I honestly can't see him getting a ton of upgrades next year. He's on the Chiefs, who do not like to run the ball very much, and he honestly doesn't have great stats on this 99, so I don't expect him to get a ton of upgrades. And if he does get upgrades, I honestly don't think he'll have the best stats for a Madden running back. Now, moving on to the next 2 players, we have Derek Brown and Cole Kmet, and I honestly have the exact same reason why I wouldn't recommend either of these players. The reason is defensive tackles and tight ends do not develop very quickly in the NFL, which means that neither of them should really have a crazy good season next year statistically, which means it's unlikely for them to get upgrades. And finally, we have Tristan Wirfs right here. He could play really well. He could be a really good right tackle, but I honestly expect him to play pretty well, except the issue is Madden doesn't really upgrade offensive linemen too much. As you can see, we really only have like 2 99 overall right tackles in the game right now, so that should be a pretty solid tell that offensive linemen don't get a lot of love for Madden, meaning that he probably won't get a ton of upgrades. So we automatically cross out Derek Brown, Tristan Wirfs, Cole Kmet, and Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Now, coming in the 6th spot is going to be Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow's a pretty interesting option. I think he's got some pretty solid stats when it comes to Madden. He's going to have pretty solid speed and, of course, really, really good throwing stats. I just don't know how well he's going to play on Cincinnati next year. Honestly, he could be really good. He could light it up, but there's also the chance that he doesn't play very well at all and doesn't get a ton of upgrades. So it's a pretty risky selection if you go with Joe, but he could end up doing pretty well, and he could end up getting a pretty solid amount of upgrades as the year goes on. Now, at the 5 spot, we have CeeDee Lamb. I actually do like the CeeDee Lamb card just because of the speed. Speed is so huge in Madden, as you guys all know, and CeeDee Lamb has a ton of speed, which could make him a really glitchy card as he continues to get upgrades, kind of like a Tyreek Hill type of player with that really high speed, and everyone knows that Tyreek Hill is super glitchy in Madden, so CeeDee Lamb can do the exact same thing. Now, I don't know how many targets he's going to get in the Cowboys offense, because of course there's Amari Cooper and Michael Gallup, who are some really good receivers, so we'll see how well CeeDee does next year. Now, moving on to the number 4 and number 3 spot, I've got a really tough decision between Xavier McKinney and Jeff Okudah for me. I honestly have them as like a 3A and 3B type of situation. For Jeff Okudah, I think he'll honestly probably play better than Xavier, but I don't love the stats on him. He's a pretty low zone corner. I love to run a lot of zone, and I know a lot of people that play Madden like to play zone, and his zone is going to be a little bit lower than his man, so that's definitely a knock right there. And then for Xavier McKinney, I don't know how well he's going to play next year, but I do really like the stats on this 99 overall, so for that reason, I'm going to put Okudah at the 4 spot and McKinney at the 3 spot. Both are really, really good options, and I would recommend you probably pick up both. When it comes to these top 4 players that I'm going over, I think these are 4 players that I would definitely recommend you guys get. Now, when it comes to the number 5 and the number 6 ranked cards, that's CeeDee Lamb and Joe Burrow. Those I'm more on the fence about. I don't know if I'm going to pick those up, but I think I'll probably be picking up both the Xavier McKinney and the Jeff Okudah. Now, moving on to the number 2 and the number 1 spot, I've got Chase Young at the number 2, and I've got Patrick Queen at the number 1. As you can see, I already got Patrick Queen done. I think Patrick Queen could be be a really glitchy card next year. He's going to have high speed, high zone, high hit power, and he's going to be kind of similar to the Devin Bush. Devin Bush's rookie premiere was decent this year, I think. I believe it was pretty solid. He got a couple of upgrades. Madden is pretty generous when it comes to linebacker upgrades, so Patrick Queen could definitely get a few upgrades, and it could make him a pretty solid card next year. He's going to be a really good user, which is always fun and always a really valuable card to have on your defense. And then Chase Young at the number 2 spot is going to be a really good option as well. It's tough for me to choose between these two cards because Chase Young honestly should dominate next year, and he should get a ton of upgrades. He's also going to have really high block shed, which is great because when you compare that to the Nick Bosa, who a lot of people picked as rookie premiere, his block shed was super low, but it looks like Chase Young's block shed is going to be a little bit higher based on the stats on this 99 overall. So to go over my rankings, I have Patrick Queen at number 1, I have Chase Young at number 2, we have McKinney and Okuda at the 3 and 4 spots, then CeeDee Lamb and Joe Burrow at the 5 and the 6, and then I wouldn't recommend those other 4 players that I mentioned, which are Tristan Wirfs, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Cole Kmet, and then Derek Brown. So yeah, that's going to do it for the video. I hope you guys have enjoyed the ultimate guide to the Rookie Premiere Pro. We started it off by going over the cheapest way to get those cards, and then at the end of the video, we went over the best rankings of these players. I hope to see you guys all in my Twitch stream. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the video, and until next time, fellas, I'm out. Have a great rest of your day. Peace.
So,